Israel, the Holy Land. After bidding farewell to Jordan, our driver and tour guide took us to the Sheikh Hussein border crossing with Israel to complete the exit and entry procedures. The Israeli and Jordanian checkpoints are separated only by Hussein Bridge, similar to those between Vietnam and Cambodia or Laos and China. Due to complex security issues, it's very difficult for tourist buses to travel from Jordan to Israel. Consequently, Jordanian travel companies drop off passengers near the border, and so do the Israeli to simplify the process. Upon reaching the border, our group got off the bus, pulled our luggage through the security scanner, and handed our passports to the customs officers. The Israeli entry room was only a few dozen square meters. Apart from our group, there were no individual travelers or other groups, indicating infrequent travel by citizens of other countries to Israel through this border. There were 2 staff members operating the scanner, 1 male and 1 female, and another 2 checking passports, also 1 male and 1 female. I handed my passport to a female officer who looked to be in her 40s but seemed older, likely because Jewish women in Israel are required to serve in the military for at least 2 years before they can work in an office, exposing them to the elements. After taking my passport, she flipped through it, adjusting her glasses with an unmistakably Jewish cold gaze, and asked for my visa and proof of accommodation. Then she questioned me, "Why are you visiting Israel? How many days do you plan to stay? And where is your hotel?" Afterward, she kept my passport, which made me worried since entry into Israel can be denied. As the group leader, this would be problematic, and if any member of our group was held back, it would be equally troublesome. Anxious, I tried praying to God. Though not religious, I do believe in His existence. About 15 minutes later, while I was still worried, the female customs officer returned and handed my passport back to me. Felt miraculous. Had God heard my prayer? I vaguely remembered a verse from the Bible where Jesus said, "Whoever believes in God, God will be with them." So our journey to visit the Holy Land, the homeland of the Jewish people, officially began. Upon our entry to Israel, our local driver and guide were already waiting outside. Like many developed countries around the world, most tourism service personnel are elderly individuals who previously held professional jobs in offices or served their country when they were young. Now retired, they found solace in the tourism industry. This contrasts with developing countries like Vietnam, where tourism staff are typically young, dynamic, attentive, enthusiastic, adventurous, and eager to explore the world. Our group's driver was over 60 years old, and our guide was nearly 60, so their pace was deliberate and leisurely. I helped them load everyone's luggage onto the bus. Afterward, they drove us to the hotel, about an hour away. I've heard much about Israel and interacted with Jews worldwide during my time as a domestic tour guide, but I couldn't help but be surprised when I witnessed the development of this country firsthand. There were modern roads, clean air, Mediterranean-style architecture, few high-rises, and the rapid transformation from desert wasteland along the Jordanian border into lush banana and date palm fields, with every plot of land utilized for cultivation. It seemed there was no wastage here at all. It felt like I was traveling through the southwestern provinces of my homeland, Vietnam.